Hey, crafty besties, it's your crafty bestie Taddy. What have you been into? I know I didn't post last week. Shame on me. Yeah, it was kind of a hard week, but we're moving on. So, I did do some crafting though. I made some itty bitty books from a pattern that I bought off of Etsy, and then to make it my own, of course, I put the steampunk gear on it and put a little hook on it, and now it can be a Christmas tree ornament. You can also do something like this on the edge, but this is for something else. So we're going to move the little books. I mean, everybody's like all into these little bookshelves and these little mini books. If y'all want me to do one on these little mini books, let me know and I will do one, and we'll make some Christmas tree ornaments together. So y'all, this weekend I went to a women's conference. I'm trying to hide this address because nobody needs that address. I got Happy Mail this week. I'm so happy when I get Happy Mail. And it had told me to get well. No, I have... Ooh, that's... Yeah, I did not mean to leave that in there. So here is, if you want to snap this QR code, this is a link to jswstudiojen@gmail.com. I personally know her, and she is an amazing artist. And she said that this was the only card she had available. I love it. But I love that she gave us a QR code. This gives all the links to her link tree. So, yeah, she sent me a couple stickers. And if you know me, and you know. Dagnabbit. Yeah. So, thank you, Crafty Jenn. I love you for that. I went to a women's conference this weekend. And I know, that's very bizarre. I don't normally go to conferences lately. But I did go to one. So, right now, I'm going to teach y'all how to make something out of something you probably have all over your house, such as junk mail envelopes. This one is from Blount County Clerk. That's where I got my tags registration. This one, I don't know who it's from. Capital One wants to be in my wallet. And I think that's the utility bill. And Carm. That's the Carm envelope. So I got some envelopes together, and this one, I'm going to show you. They need to all be the same when you make this. I'll tell you, when we're making this, I'll tell you about my conference I went to. I was so inspired, by the way. This is too big, tall-wise, and it's too short, lengthwise. So you want 5 that are all the same length and height. And we're going to make a little tuck pocket thing. Like, you know, my little mini books that I make. They're bigger than this, but they're smaller than a regular size journal. So I just wanted to knock down some glue, because that wouldn't be a crafty bestie tabby thing if I didn't knock something down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue all of the flaps down. You can use regular glue. You can use tape. I'm using Elmer's glue stick. Okay. So Elmer's glue stick. Take the Elmer's glue stick and glue down the flaps. I got this idea from watching 49 Dragonflies, which I watch her a lot. And I really have kind of taken this and run with it. So if you don't watch 49 Dragonflies, pop on over, show her some love. Barbara in Austria. Beautiful person. She creates beautiful things. So beautiful times. And I know y'all like to create beautiful things too. And you know, it really doesn't matter that I'm getting glue all over everything, because when have I ever not gotten glue all over everything that I've touched? So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it so that the flaps are on the inside. And it won't matter about this window piece being out here, because it's going to be glued on the inside and you won't see it anyway. So we're going to take all of these envelopes and we're going to fold them so that the flaps are on the inside. And then we're gonna leave this one separate, because we're gonna do something different with that. Actually, no, we're not. I'm gonna make it the way I've intuitively always thought it should be made. So even if you have some raggedy stuff here, just tear it off. It's okay. Tear that raggedy piece off. We're going to glue that piece, that raggedy piece, we're going to glue it down. Because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. This one I'm probably not going to fold up good together. I'm just going to leave that the way it is. We're going to fold this together. And even though it looks like a bunch of garbage that you would throw away, we're going to take this and we're going to take trash and make it treasure. So, went to a women's conference today, and y'all can just watch me. I don't have to explain what I'm doing on every little thing, because I think y'all can see. If you're watching this video, you probably have good eyesight and you're watching the video. If you're just listening to the video, and you want to hear more specifically what I'm doing, on 3 of these I'm only gonna glue 3 sides, and on 2 of them I'm gonna glue all 4 sides. So that's what I'm doing right now, and you'll see later what we're doing. And this conference was called She Will Become Unshakable. And the ministry that sponsored this conference takes their money, all the money that they raise, and they help women who have been in domestic abuse situations or sex trafficking, and they help get them back up on their feet and with things that should be, okay? They help these women get out of these toxic and abusive situations, and they teach them how to live and help them escape. And I was super inspired by this conference, because if you know me, you know I am a domestic violence survivor. And my ex-husband decided that one day I wasn't worth keeping, so he put me out at a truck stop when we were on our way back home from vacation. And I'm not telling y'all that to feel sorry for me, because don't feel sorry for me. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The Lord knew what needed to happen when it needed to happen, and it happened. And I thank God for His mercy and His grace. Every day after that, for 365 days specifically, God gave me a miracle. First miracle, I'll tell y'all, I have a best friend I know that's incredible. Right in itself is I really have a real live, inhuman, in person, human best friend. And she is a minister's wife. And on Sunday morning, she does not look at her Facebook messages because really, would you on Sunday morning? No, not if you were a minister's wife. You wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't. Because, and see what I've made here is a little booklet. And as you can see here and here, there's places for us to stick tags. Okay, so she doesn't check her Facebook. I didn't have a phone. I had my laptop. I had my purse, which had a little bit of money in it, and a credit card. And I had a bucket full of clothes. And if you're familiar with farm things, you know those big round blue plastic feed bucket tubs? All of my worldly possessions were in that feed tub that I had with me. And he left. He didn't like that I was talking to somebody on Facebook Messenger. And he decided that he was going to leave me on the side of the road if I didn't agree to not talk to this person. And I'm sorry. I was 48 years old at the time. And a grandmother. And I said, no, I'll talk to who I want to talk to. You're not going to tell me who I can and cannot talk to. And at that moment, he decided that, okay, I wasn't going to do it his way. It's going to be his way or the highway. And I promptly chose the highway. So, be careful when you give people an ultimatum. They might choose what you don't want them to choose. I'm just going to say it that way. Because I was tired of being told what to do. I was tired of being told every decision that I could make. I was tired of being told who I could talk to. I was tired of being told where I could go and when I could go. And I'm all about working in unity and walking in unity with your spouse. Don't get me wrong, because I have a wonderful spouse now who treats me like a partner and a teammate and doesn't treat me like property. And for what it's worth, I was treated like property, and he has since confessed to me that he never really loved me, because if you look at 1 Corinthians 13, just the first couple parts of it, love is patient, love is kind. He was neither of those things to me. And you know what? I forgive him. Because holding anger against him for that is not going to be productive. This is out of a kit that I used. Remember when I made that 40s kit? Yeah, this is from the 40s kit. So I'm just going to kind of go around this. Put, you know, of course it'd be better if I do it this way. Put a little bit of this on that side and a little bit on this side. And we're just gluing it down with some glue stick, because why not? It's fun. And we're going to cover the insides, and then we'll decorate this. So this weekend, my dear friend Rhonda, we call her Pastor Rhonda because, well, she is a pastor. And Pastor Rhonda invited me and some other ladies to join her for this conference. And I thought, wow, that's cool. I get to hang out with Pastor Rhonda. I love her. And I didn't realize that it was all going to be for me. And I was going to see how other women had come up through the bottom of the mess of abuse. And I was going to see how God had not only restored them, but had really rescued them from bad bad places. And I got to see that up close and personal, firsthand, and heard their testimonies and heard their love for Jesus, and it was a beautiful time. I also got to know some people that I thought I knew a little bit, but didn't know real well. I got to know them a little better, and I'm so thankful. I met some new people, and I met some beautiful people. But if you want to support a ministry that rescues people from human trafficking and from domestic abuse, go to barnofgrace.com. That's their website. And it is going to be amazing to watch and see what the Lord does with that ministry. So inside this cover, we're going to do the inside first, and then we'll cover the outside. The only place you see this mess is out here. So we're going to cover that later. But I decided to go a little neutral on this one. On the first page. And then I'll do the middle page the same. And I'll do the last page the same. So let's go ahead and do the last page. I'll fold it down. And I'm just going to glue it. I'm going to kind of just mark it. Of course, I don't have pencil. Oh, here I do. I got a grease pencil. Oh, I got a charcoal pencil right here. So we're just going to mark kind of where it is, where the glue needs to go to for this. And then we'll glue it down. And it won't matter because you won't see this. It's okay. Don't panic. See, this is why I love junk journaling, and that's what they call this, taking trash and put it into treasures. I think they should call it treasure journaling, but they call it junk journaling because we take junk, like junk mail envelopes, and then we just add a little art to it, a little flair, and we make it into something beautiful. And you know, sometimes we can compare ourselves to this mess. And right now it looks like a mess. I mean, I got glue going everywhere. And I got junk mail envelopes that look tacky. But you know what? God takes us when we're at our worst, and when other people would throw us in the bin. And God says, oh, I can use that to make something beautiful. And so that's what we're doing. We're using it to make something beautiful. We're taking that thing that was destined for the garbage, and we're going to make something beautiful from it. Well, that's too small, but that's okay. I also have some little neutral strips that I can glue on the sides right here. So we're just going to put the glue down, and then we'll just cut the strips. It'll be fine. And these neutral pages are cardstock that I don't know where I got. They were laying on my desk. They were neutral. Let's use them. And it doesn't matter if you get this part perfect or not. And here's why it doesn't matter. Because we're going to put decorations on here. We're going to deck it out. It's going to be beautiful. So, I want y'all to just, you know, enjoy yourself crafting. I'm going to pause the video because I'm already at 20 minutes. And y'all can understand that I'm just going to cut and glue paper, and then I'm going to decorate it, and then I'll come back and give you a flip through in a few minutes, okay? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, besties. We're back, and I'm going to try to wind this up for you, because Well, it wasn't as long for you as it was for me. But I'm going to give you the flip through of this. And I'm going to also invite you again. Snap the QR code for Jenn's Etsy store. And dagnabbit could be yours. Also, go to barnofgrace.com or look up Rose Parma on Facebook, because Rose Parma is a phenomenal minister of the gospel, as well as she has a ministry to seeing young women, any women really, any people delivered from human trafficking, as well as she has a passion for Jesus, and barnofgrace.com. So I'm going to give you the flip through. Now you remember this started out as 5 junk mail envelopes, and I just took some paper and covered each of these envelopes, and then I added some stickers because stickers are fun. And I have a particular young woman in mind, and I got this tag for her, and she got some journaling space back here. There's other goodies down in there, but y'all don't have to see all the goodies. And this, and look at this. This reminds me of this young lady. She is so tall and so slender and beautiful. Love that girl. I choose to see the good stuff, because we should. And then I did make him be a journaling spot in her little tag. She doesn't have her special someone yet, so she should wait and know her value and let God bring him to her. And then we have the last 2 pages for journaling and the back cover. Today is full of possibilities. Don't forget that. And if nobody's told you today, remember, you matter. You are loved. You are enough. And thank you. And I love you. And I'll see you in the next video.